Ya contohnya aja ada seorang dokter yang diwawancarai di podcast gitu yang bilang bahwa contohnya nih ya ini mempermalukan Anies kalau menurut saya Bang. Bahwa Anies itu diperlukan oleh PBB, bakal diminta menjadi sekjen PBB dan dia nggak level lah kalau cuma sekedar presiden gitu kan. Kemudian bilang juga bahwa Anies itu dibutuhkan oleh dunia karena untuk mengamankan perang dunia ketiga. Itu kan hal-hal yang bodoh menurut saya.
Sangat bodoh.
Sangat bodoh. Tapi kok bisa gitu ya seorang.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning everyone. Pak Sutanto, Ibu Santi, and all distinguished speakers, participants of the MMA Impact Indonesia, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed an honor and privilege for me to be invited into this forum. I told Bu Santi last night that I served Jakarta for 5 years, but didn't get a chance to join this event. But after I'm done, I get invited to join this event. So, I thank you for the invitations, and it's better late than never. And the subject is something of importance to all of us. But for me, it's also a very unique subject. We're talking about marketing. And this year, believe it or not, I dove into an endeavor of marketing for the whole year. For the whole year of campaigning, that was, in a way, it's about marketing. So I was actually planning on sharing some of our experience and how it may relate to what you're doing. Slides has been prepared, and we thought about it. But then the discussion last night changed my mind. I thought I better talk about something more macro. But if I may, I'll show you that we actually had prepared the slides, and I'm going to share it with you. I'm going to send it to Bu Santi, and hopefully Bu Santi then share to all participants. But for me, I will be talking about something else this morning. Just a minute. I hope we can get connected here. Just a minute. So this is what we had prepared. Oh, just a minute. It's always challenge about the compatibility. Are you able to project it into the screen? Oh, there we go. Okay. So I'm sort of reviewing our experience and what are the takeaways from those experience. But I'm not going to talk about it today. I'm going to share it with you. So hopefully I can share double. On the one hand, I share my experience. On the other hand, I'll share some of my view about the future of this industry and perhaps of the community, especially the young community. Okay. Nanti Bu Santi, I keep switching, Bu Santi. Bu Santi, I'll share with you these slides. Now, what I will be talking about, I don't have a slide with me because it's not something that I prepared previously. But what I'm going to discuss today is about, hold on just a minute. This is what happened when your previous job is a university lecturer. You tend to operate everything yourself, right? Now, what I'd like to share is about where we are in Indonesia and the transformation that the world is undergoing and how it impacted us and how digital economy is also impacting us. So Indonesia stands at a critical juncture in its digital journey. Our digital transformations here in the country is not just an option, it is an imperative for our nation progress and prosperity. We know, as it was mentioned earlier, the internet users of Indonesia by 2022 was about 204 million. It represented about 74% of our populations. And we have a robust foundation for digital growth. The digital economy itself is projected to be our next engine of economic growth, with the potentials to reach 146 billion by 2025. However, this transformation will not only touch one or two sectors. It will touch every sectors from e-commerce to fintech, to healthcare, to education. And as we navigate this digital horizon, we must ensure that our transformations is 1, inclusive, 2, sustainable, 3, align with our cultural values. I'll explore those 3 aspects. We all have witnessed that our economy, with all the plus and minus, can be considered as resilience. And our GDP growth is projected to reach 5.3 in 2024 this year. And hopefully this growth continue in the years to come. What I'd like to discuss here is this. Despite global economic challenges, Indonesia's economy remains stable. Our economic resilience is not only about numbers, but it shows our strength, our adaptability of 1, the people, the business community, the institutions. And the fintech sector, which is rapidly growing, with digital payments and peer-to-peer lending seeing significant growth. The digital services, including educational tech and health tech, are expanding access to essential services across the nations. So these digital sectors were not just building businesses. What we are seeing, it creates solutions that address real needs in our society, from financial inclusions to accessible education and healthcare. And in fact, just prior to this session, I had conversations with Pak Tanto that share some of his stories about new startups that fill in niche market with regard to internship and all of that. So what we are seeing is a growth that we had never seen before on those areas. But the questions then, what are the challenges? And what are our responsibilities to this? We understand that every nations have their own challenges when it comes to digital technology and economy. So is Indonesia. The first challenge that we have is how do we address the digital divide and ensuring inclusive growth? That is one issue. As we embrace the digital future, we must also ensure that no Indonesians is left behind. The digital divide is not about access to technology. Let's not overlook this issue. It is about access to opportunity. Yes, internet penetration has reached 74% of the populations, but still the gap between urban and rural were very significant. I had the opportunity to visit no less than 135 cities, districts across Indonesia in the past 18 months. And I've seen that gap in a real way. So bridging this divide requires more than just infrastructure. It demands digital literacy programs, affordable devices, and contents that are relevant to all Indonesians. And we must remember this. The true progress is not measured by how far the front runners have advanced. The true progress is measured by how many we have brought along with us. So if you have a horse carrier, there are 6 horses in your wagon. Which horse will determine the speed of the wagon? The fastest horse or the slowest horse? It's the slowest horse. If you have 6 horses, it's the slowest that determine the speed of the wagon. The same thing with Indonesia. If we don't address those who have least opportunity, it will and it may slow down our progress. That's first challenge. The second challenge is balancing innovations with cultural values and social responsibilities. Innovation is crucial for our nation growth, but it must be anchored in our culture. It must be anchored with social responsibility. So the rise of digital financial services must improve, and that we have to ensure that these innovations do not erode our communal spirit of, for lack of other word, gotong royong or collaborations.
Halo teman-teman, berjumpa bersama saya di Politik Dangi. Teman-teman, luar biasa sekali bagaimana pidato bahasa Inggris Anies Baswedan, ya, calon presiden 2029. Dan kalau kita melihat ya, Anies Baswedan ini adalah sosok pemimpin yang benar-benar membuat kita terkagum ya. Mulai dari kepribadiannya, kemudian bagaimana beliau menjadi gubernur Jakarta kala itu, teman-teman. Ini sangat berbeda dengan tokoh-tokoh lainnya. Anies Baswedan benar-benar bersih. Anies Baswedan tokoh yang populer ya saat ini. Beliau tidak punya jabatan publik ya saat ini, kemudian belum punya partai, namun namanya masih di atas angin. Dan kalau kita melihat juga ya bagaimana Anies Baswedan setiap kali menghadiri acara-acara seremonial, misalnya peresmian acara, kemudian kuliah, beliau selalu pidato dan memberikan gambaran-gambaran tentang masa depan Indonesia ya, gagasannya itu membuat kita itu terharu, teman-teman. Bagaimana Anies Baswedan semakin luar biasa ya. Dan kalau kita melihat ya bagaimana sosok Anies itu pasti membuat para lawan politiknya itu kepanasan ya, karena beliau ini benar-benar diperhitungkan sekali, ditakuti oleh lawan politiknya, teman-teman. Itulah kebanggaan kita kepada Pak Anies Baswedan, selalu rendah hati. Beliau mengajarkan kita tentang nilai-nilai kehidupan, nilai-nilai kebangsaan dengan kejujuran, dengan bertakwa kepada Tuhan. Itu adalah seorang Anies Baswedan. Ya. Dan banyak tokoh-tokoh yang mungkin tersandung kasus korupsi dan sebagainya. Namun Anies tetap memegang integritasnya. Bagaimana menurut kalian?